know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
No, I know it's here somewhere.
I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal.
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
Sorry, friend.
Far.
I wish there were enough stones
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2...
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yeah, but, no matter. But even if it couldn't spare its hearted... Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps it was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sycee. Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
I feel no pleasure in...
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing. But she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
But I'm beyond grateful.
Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
Sorry, friend.
The world belongs to the young, they say, and Boris will live to take his piece. Thank you for your help in this matter. Certainly, what would you like to know?
There are enough stones for both.
The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know. I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men.
I feel no pleasure in bidding
A mysterious
farewell.
healing stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
That relic of Evelyn's the so-called healing crystal. I've seen one like it before, and by the Patriarch's pockets. It's a relic of Source. One look at that gem will be enough to convince me it's no force of good, but a bloodstone through and through.
Watch the undead quiver in their moldy boots.
I've come across such a stone before. It may be capable of healing, as the good doctor describes, but its origins are a bloodstone. It's so named for a reason, you see. What starts as a pretty gem is corrupted by sick sorcerers. If that stone is what I suspect, I wouldn't trust Cecil's so-called healers any more than I'd trust a pyromancer on a wooden boat.
Now, this is valuable.
I know it's here somewhere. I don't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood. Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Ooh!
No, I know it's here somewhere. I don't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir. Too much wormwood. Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Seven grant abundance! This particular batch of party elixir too much wormwood.
spotted something.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain.
We and our shovels will do as we please.
That's right.
As you prepare to break ground, you gaze at the dirt beneath your feet.
All right, time to get digging.
Here's hoping we...
You plunge your shovel into the earth.
Join the Stud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Oh, no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine? Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen. Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn. Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying... Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies side fields ever seen.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green.
You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no...
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about to present me with this time? Starstone? Do you mean to imply he collected some...
That rooster thinks he's such hot stuff, posing for Jerome like that.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Face! To the barracks! March!
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do it.
Legionnaire! The source hunter says that creep Roberts stole my sheep.
And?
Well, aren't you going to arrest that stinking thief?
I'll have a talk with him, madam. You, again. Do feel free to depart. What about it? It was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Sicil. Ah, what was he going to do with that gold? He has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher. Stand here and accuse me of involvement in this sordid affair? You dare accuse a captain of the Legion? Get out! Ah! Ah, the source hunt. Yes. Discovered anything? It was stolen? Yes, yes. Well, I assume it hasn't... You suspect the mayor? Dear me, you couldn't be further from the mark if you lay the blame on a paraplegic cow. The man raised a foundling orc out of the goodness of his heart, you dolt. Evelyn? Master Theriron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured me of a rash more bothersome than a badger down your breeches. No, she doesn't seem like the type to play hide-and-seek with stiffs to me. Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If...
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. And what might those be?
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Feeling hot under the collar.
I've just got back from the realm of fairy. It was lovely, but I should have brought my winter boots.
and run away?
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful.
It's heating up.
Greetings! These stalls are for our lead. You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I for one won't be fooling.
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman.
The beast speaks, so you have a brain behind that feral wall, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and aimed an air of aptitude.
Hey, no. I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast's face. You'll only... You don't think it's effective, do you?
Now I pulled her up.
Joking? I can fall. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman.
The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maul, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and aped an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. The Legion's finest work up mighty fine appetite.
Golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence. But of course, darling, be my guest. Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling man, he dotes on me so. Heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice...
A sauce hunter! Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes!
That's enough of that now! Come closer, then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times. What? Oh, you mean Sicil. Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Sicil. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. The what of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could... The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter. A merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I... you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Count certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under... Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit... suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure. An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. That depends. What kind of... the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Please yourself. Let me know if you change your mind. You won't regret it. Oh, yes, the Fabulous Five. Aren't they simply fantastic? I'm sure they'll get the job done. In that machine Ahu built is an abomination. It must be stopped at all costs. I bet the wizard himself could provide some advice regarding how to destroy it. He's the mad scientist who crafted it after all. Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking? I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself. Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating. You'll see for yourself. That depends. Ah, marvelous.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Cecil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city.
Book to be discovered in this library?
Brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Theleron will have to pay yet another fine.
My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please.
To be discovered in this library?
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Steadticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? Omnes autem mali daemonis quam. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Cecil. Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisherfolk, which... No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery. A chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless. Why, simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests now. I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry on one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
I don't like to make promises I may not be able to keep, so...
I concur.
Oh, simple...
You haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly. But of course, darling. Be my guest. Oh, my golly gumdrops, he did what?
The nerve of the man. I knew he was hard of hearing and soft of wit, but this is a new low even for him. Oh, do calm down, Maxine. Compose yourself. There we are. Indignation has been dispelled. No longer do I care that booby of a mare called... A nervous twitch suddenly makes Maxine's whiskers wiggle. I don't care in the least.
This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too.
Sometimes I think
most promising.
Little legs in the night.
This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
We'll place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it?
Too most promising. No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicile toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that he raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no... Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrowed so that others may enjoy them too.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia
Kaj'Dinor.
And the
The
first
brief history of
edition, too.
sorcery still hasn't been
Most promising.
returned. Valeron will have to pay yet another fine.
The lesser
The
key of
knight in see-through
Salakandras.
armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing
Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition,
Esmeralda
too.
does have a propensity
Most
for
promising.
all things naughty, hasn't she?
If you could choose the finest green!
Rest in peace, darling. May the Seven keep you. Rest in peace, darling. Rest in peace, darling.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token of wisdom. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy? Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your... Between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clergyman. Is he correct?
Of course not.
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I not?
I should say so, yes.
Agreed.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Hopes and up. A combination of words I've long since forgone to couple, let alone put into action. And before me stands a living proof why. Begone, ignoramus. Have you not insulted me enough? Stupidity shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself shall teach you more about the philosophy of life.
Rest in peace, darling.
The very fact that you seek me out once more, do you then we between...
Of course not.
Correct.
Let us proceed.
I should say so.
Agreed.
Last query.
Your undoing.
So it is.
Hopes and up. A combination. It shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself shall teach you more about the philosophy of life.
I will inspire
Must focus.
Missed!
The Seven call me home.
I must focus.
Rest in peace, darling.
The very fact that you seek me out once more isn't it? Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy? Then we between
Of course not.
Correct. He is...
Let us proceed.
May the
I should say so.
Agreed.
Last query.
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Hopes and up. Divinity shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself shall teach you more about the philosophy of life.
Rest in peace, darling. May the seven keep you.
The very fact that you seek me out... Do you truly... Then we... Between...
Of course not.
Yes, he is.
All right, we'll do it.
Let us pray.
May the seven
Not
keep
entirely,
you.
no.
Wrong. It's yes.
All right, we'll do it.
Last query.
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Hopes and up. A combination of words I have long since... Divinity shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself shall teach you more about the philosophy of life.
A blizzard of blows! Missed! It's too slowly to sustain me.
Stop that.
Spirits of Riverlong!
That's enough of that now.
Seven, I offer you this sacrifice.
That's enough of that now. We'll have none of that, you hear?
goes up must come
Have
down.
none of that, you hear? That's enough of that now. What do you think you're doing? That's enough of that now.
Rain of rock! Rest in peace, darling. Come, spin your web for me.
Cannot see. you!
In the footsteps of the brawler.
depth!
I'm dying!
Seven, call me home.
Die, vermin!
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying,
enemies have laid a trap. I need a remedy! Back on my feet again!
Perceptive travelers find lots more.
Kill me! I am powerless to protect myself!
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Dead men can't jail anyone.
Not even worth the rummaging.
a man in town who sells paintings and treasure maps. Do you think he knows the way to the realm of fairy?